Why are your fans flexing their points? I mean, what we have seen is AFTV today talk about Liverpool's floor being your ceiling, and how last season's team, got more points, than this year's team. So is it really about winning trophies, or is it about the amount of points you get?
Apparently, it's about the number of points you get. Last season, we should get a trophy, apparently, because we outscored Liverpool this season. Like, even our managers come out and said it, by the way. Oh, in the last 2 seasons, we have more points than Liverpool. Who gives a damn? Liverpool have got a Premier League trophy, we don't. Yeah? I don't care if we win the league on the lowest points tally ever recorded. If we've won it and lifting the trophy, who gives a damn? Like, it's embarrassing, man. Like, some of these people, I don't know if they're trolling, if they're trying to get engagement, if they're trying to get traction, stuff like that for me. And look, I love AFTV and I do a lot with them. That is an embarrassing social media post. And, guys like Igal, guys like Babs, who are genuine, in my opinion, trolls on Twitter, I get it. I understand what they're doing. They're winding up and they're bantering. But for me, that is absolute waffle. Who gives a damn how many points we got? Let's be real. When you lift the trophy, you don't get your medal, you don't turn it around and go, you scored 92 points this season. It doesn't say that, does it? It says Premier League champions. So for me, that's what I want to be seeing. And this is why a lot of people, he hates Arsenal. He hates Arsenal. I get this a lot. That is the reason I find it incredibly cringy when I see people on Twitter trolling about stuff like that, trying to give it to Liverpool fans who've just won a league by saying, didn't get as many points as us, though, did you, last year? Didn't get as many points as us. Do you think they're going to go, oh, no, it's gutting? Do you know what? Take that trophy back, right? I don't want it because it didn't get as many points as the losers of last year. Do you think any Liverpool fans going to give an absolute damn that they didn't get as many points as Arsenal last? I can't believe it's even a talking discussion point. I know what you boys think. I mean, that is embarrassing.
Bro, personally. I think it's crazy, bro. And it's like, this is why your fan base just gets roasted all the time, innit? You know what I mean? Because, like, it's just ridiculous. It's just crazy. I couldn't believe my eyes when I seen it. Real talk, man. I was like, what the hell? Am I drunk or something?
I was just stunned.
I get why they've done it. But first of all, let me start with this because it will wind people up if I don't. I wouldn't have posted it. I think points totals are an irrelevance, and I've said it on a consistent basis. They hold they're a barometer. So let me just say that they're a barometer for how good you are. For instance, like, I'd love Man United next season to be 20 or 30 points better. That being said, we might not need to be 20 or 30 points better to grow because everybody else might drop more points. As long as that position gets better, I'm relatively happy. I know why Arsenal fans are doing it, though, because points totals were made this big thing. There were Liverpool teams that didn't win the Prem, but Liverpool fans spent 3 or 4 years saying that Liverpool team that came second on 98 points, the Liverpool team that got 90-odd points and didn't win the league, those teams were supposedly better than 95% of Premier League champions ever, even though they didn't lift the trophy. And I kind of get the banter. However, for me, this was an opportunity for Arsenal to kind of stop it. They talk about like local rival gangs and one person gets hurt, so then they hurt someone in retaliation and the cycle never stops. This was an opportunity from a banter point of view to stop the cycle of talking about points totals. I don't care. I don't think City's best team was their Centurions. City's best team were their treble winners. I don't care about the points total because the points total, who was challenging them that year in the Premier League? When they actually won the league many weeks earlier, it became it's a target we're going to go for. When Liverpool won the league, they started getting pissed and going to the bye. So therefore, this team doesn't care about a points total, which is why I can't look over the history of the Premier League and go, well, the team that won the league with the most points has to be the best. Because you're removing the game state, you're removing the situation, you're removing what a team decided to do. There's probably been teams in the 90s and in the noughties that won the league with 5, 6, 7 games to go that was in the mid-80s who just went, fuck it, we're going to party now. Had they gone, no, guys, let's try and get 100 points, maybe they would have achieved it. I'm taking nothing away from the Centurions. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have done. I'm just stating that the obsession with points totals is crazy. Because for me, if I have 95 points this season and come second, and the following year I have 85 points and win the league, it's a better season. It's a better season. It doesn't even mean I'm a worse team. Maybe 5, 6, 7 other teams got better that year. So I dropped more points. Doesn't mean my team's regressed just because the points total is different. It's the weird analysis and assumptions that come with the points. And I felt that Arsenal fans had the opportunity here to kind of take the moral high ground, stop it, and sort of draw a line. Because Liverpool fans are probably the ones, more so than City, that spoke about points meaning the most. You didn't need to say anything. The way they've reacted to the end of this season proves that was all nonsense. You could have just left it. But instead, AFTV, and again, I no disrespect to Robbie because Robbie didn't post it. He's also, I guarantee Robbie's the guy that said, fucking delete that straight away when he saw it. For me, it was just a ridiculous thing to post because points totals in terms of differentiating who the best is, I find it cringe as fuck. I really do find it cringy. Really cringy.
It really is, man. It really is. And yeah, well, look, we've had a bad season, man. If you want to talk about points, the season that Wenger got sacked, he finished 2 points clear of what we can potentially finish on this season. If you want to go by points, yeah, we sacked a manager that got more points than we're going to get this season. If you want to go by points, make that make sense. We sacked Wenger when he finished on 75. We can only finish on 74. So honestly, if you go by points, it don't matter. Do you know what we come fifth like that year? We come second, or was it sixth?
Exactly. And
it's all crap, man. It's all
and seasons change, and there's some you might. This is why, again, points play a role, right? But it's the obsession with them that I find cringy. Let's say next season, City are tracking towards 100 points again. Actually, they're going to get 105, but then they're in the semi-finals of the Champions League, and they're in they're deep in the FA Cup as well. You may find and go, right, we've basically won the league now. We're going to win it. They're going to rotate for those league games. So they might start dropping points and then they end up on 95. It doesn't mean that team then goes on to win a treble. It's better than the Centurions. Getting 100 points wasn't their priority. Winning other trophies were. It's just because, again, fans did it for a bit of banter and the media run with it for 2 or 3 years to try and shit on old Fergie teams. And it's become part of football conversations and it's wrong for me. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, AFTV, that was a big L, man. Absolute L indeed.
Have they deleted it?
Yeah, it's been deleted. Yeah. No, I'm glad. And you know what it probably is? Robbie probably saw it and went, what the fuck's this? Because look, the company's too big and it is a massive channel and a massive company. Robbie ain't sitting there overlooking every little decision that's done each day. It was just, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. According to Pep, the Community Shield is a trophy. Funny how nobody is cooking Pep for that, but Arteta says it, the world burns down.
That's because Pep's won about fucking 25 trophies in his career, mate. Pep can do what he wants.
No, they're both stupid saying it. They're both
Pep can do whatever he wants, mate. Whatever he wants.
They're both embarrassing saying it, man. They're better than that.
Do you think if the Community Shield got rebranded as the English Super Cup or the Premier Super Cup, do you think, and maybe they even changed the trophy and it was like an actual trophy, do you think if they did that and got a bit of more money behind it, you could change its perception? Because every other country and Europe, everyone takes the Super Cups in those countries really seriously. We honestly treat it like a friendly game.
We do treat it like a friendly game, man. But like, I don't think, because of how long it's been a bit of a dead trophy, I don't think even a rebrand would change it, man. Like, bro, I've been there, man, at that stadium for Community Shield games, and it ain't cool, man. You know what I mean? I'm actually buzzing that we're not in that competition, bro.
When was the last time, Robbie, you weren't? I can't remember.
2020, I think.
What? Because you didn't win the FA Cup.
It was the year that Liverpool won the league, wasn't it? Because we didn't win the league and we didn't win the FA Cup.
Yeah, well, that was when it was Liverpool and Arsenal, yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Liverpool, Arsenal, because we won the FA Cup in the COVID year. Yeah, so COVID was the last time. So you've had 5 solid years, bro.
5 years of we've only won one. It was this year, I think.
Yeah,
it was the year that we didn't win anything. So, it's just,
we beat you on pens last year. I remember that as well.
Yeah, you beat us on pens, man, when you got that like scruffy deflected goal.
Yeah, right at the end. I was there for that. I was like, we going now? Oh, we're in somehow. There we go. Penalties it is. And then I think De Bruyne missed, didn't he? I was like, wow. So yeah, crazy.
It's just dead, man, because like
it is dead.
Fans, obviously it's easier for people who live in London, right? But like fans up from the north, we have to travel all the way down to Wembley, 3.5 hours, 4 hours, spend all that dough, and then like the players don't even try properly, because it's like they basically treat it as
Stop being a moaning povo, please. Stop moaning.
No, I'll be real talk. I'm buzzing that we're not in that trophy anymore.
You're a YouTuber. I know how rich you are. You got money, bruv. You're good.
Bro, it's not about the money, innit? It's about the principle, bro.
L stands for life and balling, bruv.
It's about the principle, man.
Yeah, I get you. Fonzie here says their floor is our ceiling. Big up. Question. Sorry, big up. No, I guess I won't mention the years we lost with 92 and 97 points.
This is facts, bro. This is a great super chat. This is something else that they haven't spoken about. Is when Liverpool actually did get the hump when they got it, and they were told to shut up and stop crying. So how can we then now jump on the bandwagon?
That's
got
why
89 points.
That's why Arsenal fans, the ones who jumped on this, have missed an opportunity because sort of celebrating winning the league, like Liverpool have, where they've had a relatively average points total in the end, like spits in the face of remember the phone calls into TalkSport? We got 97 points. We should have a special trophy made for us. It was embarrassing that Liverpool did that because the points totals weren't that important. But instead of just letting it die with them, you've kind of picked up that mantle on it. It's crazy, a crazy decision. Sometimes you just let them things die. I agree with Dan. Why not reach some points tally? Sorry, why not reach same points tally this season? We've actually regressed.
We have massively regressed.
Yeah, but you know what's hilarious, Femi, big up Femi, it's like I remember Arsenal fans last season saying, if like who are Arteta in, I'll be Arteta out if we regress. Arsenal now regressed, and they're now making excuses and like, oh, injuries, all this.
But do you know why it is though? It's because people always say dumb things. Like Merson said it the other day. They just honestly, I don't even think Merson thought of this. It's the producer watching fan content going, say this, please. If he ain't second by Christmas, you've got to sack him. Well, hang on. This is why it's dumb to make a statement like that. You could be second and 15 points off top. You could be fourth and be 2 points off top. It's ludicrous. It's stupid. Fans do it. I'll sack him if you don't win the league. What if, again, points totals, what if you come second on 99 points, right? Win the FA Cup, only lose one game all year, and you're amazing at playing football? That would be that saying then context. The word context has been killed from all kind of content nowadays. People hate it. And I was guilty of it years ago. I'd make them statements and go, nah, if he doesn't do this season, he's got to go. And then the season would happen. Things would happen in the season. And you go, oh, my mind's changed. And then everyone cooks you for it. Just stop saying stupid shit. Say how it is. I'm going to assess it at the end of the campaign and see where the Arteta outers did it. We get into a title race, I'll back him. They changed their mind. Because in the reality, they were like, no, that weren't enough to make me feel like I was going to back him. They thought it would, and it doesn't. These like very vague, sweeping statements are just ridiculous when it comes to
the thing is, you get them, and then like Igal, big up to Igal. Everyone knows Igal's my guy. He will say, if Arne Slot dares to finish above Mikel Arteta, he needs to get sacked. Arne Slot wins the league. He doesn't want to sack him. Why not? I just like him. I just like Arteta.
At the same time, see, but for me, I agree with you. I agree with you, and you get called out for it. But we all say things we don't really mean. And I'll give you an example. You two aren't dads, are you?
No.
Most parents have either said it or thought it at a time. Shut up as I'll throw you out a window to their kid. You don't actually, 99.99999% of us don't mean it. Like you say things in your head. You'll
say, I'm going to kill you when you get home.
Yeah. You've said it to your brothers, your friends. We've all said it. That's what that kind of comment is. If this happens, I'm done. Do they actually, and that's why it's important when people say these things, try and have a conversation. Do you actually mean that? Because I guarantee if you'd have had that conversation when he said it, he'd gone, nah, not really. I'm just frustrated if it happens. And I think that happens a lot. I think people that are like, Arteta out, that go, if he does this, I'll back him. It's because they don't believe he'll ever do that. And then he does. And they're like, shit, I didn't mean it.
Yeah, but Terry, right, if they don't win anything next year and he stays, like that's not serious, is it?
No, listen, I've said this last season, and I've said it this season. His job needs to be on the line. He needs to be he's at the precipice of winning, but it's been many years. He should be on the edge of being sacked if they regress further, if they win no trophies, if the football don't improve. I'm talking collective things here. Of course, they have to look beyond him. That's absolutely fair. It is absolutely fair. I just don't think a statement of if he ain't second on Christmas Day, he should be sacked. What if they're smashing? What if they're in the semi-final of the League Cup, smashing it in the Champions League, and only 3 points off top, but in third? Like the statement from Merson will then get you thrown at him. Hang on, Merson, you said you're celebrating how good the season is. You said if he weren't second at Christmas, he's got to be sacked. it then just becomes like an argument over semantics and people being.
No, I
pedantic.
agree. I think that comment from Merson is a bit stupid because you could be third on Christmas and then you could go win the league, right? So I think give him another season, yeah, if that's the plan. But if they don't win anything next year, like, and he doesn't leave, I think at that point, it's like I think Arsenal are more. It's not Arsenal anymore. It's Mikel Arteta FC. Is what
I've said it. These jobs should be on the line. I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all with that. It's the weird stuff, though. We spoke about this yesterday, Potsy. I would rather qualify for the Europa League because we've got more chance of winning it. I think that's a crazy kind of
is something
statement.
I couldn't get with. And I know the people I'm quite close with, Yardman, Lee Gunner, some of the people that have said that. I don't agree with that. It's up to them. I don't agree with that.
I agree I agree with some of the things they say as well. I just think that as an example doesn't make any sense to me as an outsider looking in.
Well, we've just got to the semis of the Champions League.
Also, I see some Arsenal fans online, and I'm not sure if it's Yardman or Lee because I haven't seen them say this, but I've seen a lot. Oh, we shouldn't be spending any more money on this squad now. He's had enough. What? So just he isn't being sacked, and you still want no money to be spent. That means you're very likely to. That means you're going to regress, right? Which then means the new manager coming in has got more work to do. At least make your squad better, and then if you foul, the new guy comes in where you've got an amazing squad. It's
I understand if they say I don't want Arteta to be the guy in charge of the funds now.
Yes. That's correct. That's and again, and I did a video and I got called out for this. Why do you always big up Arsenal? And I went, you ain't fucking listen to it. I think the title was, is this stupid or scary? It was something along those lines. And it was when I was reading about your sporting director coming in, but your manager picking him. And I said, if Arsenal do this, you're in big trouble. If Arsenal allow the manager to pick as in I'm picking who I want, and the manager as in Arteta is kind of above him power-wise, you're in big trouble. Berta needs, and he ended up being Berta that came in, he needs to be controlling of that situation. In fact, what you've got to hope for as Arsenal fans, that he has the power to sack Arteta. That's what you need. You need a hierarchy of control. And again, that was sort of people like, well, I want that as well. Yes, exactly. And that way, you're not going to have Arteta picking players, because I don't think managers in the modern day game are very good at picking players. I really don't think they're good at scouting and picking the right player. So that I completely agree with.